So guys, welcome to our first episode from our season that is called the Verb Phrases, okay? So I really want you to enjoy. I tried changing the teaching method to our presentation because I was having trouble with the camera. I'm recording these videos with my cell phone because I don't have a professional equipment. It was losing focus during the recording, and it was not quite good as I wanted it to be. I'm trying another method, okay? So you can have the best experience during our English classes, okay? So I hope you enjoy, and let's move to the class, okay? So let's start here. This is episode number 1 that we are going to discuss exactly the verb form, okay? So episode number 1, the first thing we need to know is the difference between verb form and verb tense, okay? Verb form is how the verb is conjugated in a sentence, okay? The verb tense, we analyze the whole sentence, okay? We analyze the structure as complete. And the verb form, we analyzing just how the verb is behaving inside a sentence, okay? How the verb is conjugated, okay? So the first difference is the verb form is inside of a verb tense, okay? Moving on, I want you to take a look at these two short paragraphs about a modern crime detection. Take a quick look, take a quick read, and we are going to continue with the explanation. So, give you some time. So, modern crime detection. These two short paragraphs, the bold words are the verb forms, okay? How the verb is conjugated inside the sentences, okay? So here we have leave, are playing, okay? So all of those are verb forms, okay? What are the verb tenses? The whole structure of a sentence. For example, you are playing tennis or whatever, okay? This is a verb tense. What verb tense? Present continuous. But the verb form, as we are going to see further in the video, is playing, okay? Playing is the present participle verb form, okay? So after that, let's start the explanation, okay, with the video. The first thing I want you to know, so what are the verb forms? The verb forms are the base form, the S form, or the third person of the singular, that when we have he, she, it, the ing form or present participle form, we have the another one that is the simple past form and the past participle form or the passive form, okay? So let's see this board here. On this board, I have the verb phrase. Verbs have the following forms: base form, S form, past form, ing form, past participle form. We have the regular verbs that, as we see right here, the regular verbs that they follow our rule as they conjugated themselves, okay? So inside a sentence, the regular verbs are going to have a pattern form. So they follow a pattern when we are conjugating them. Okay? For the irregular verbs, sadly, they don't follow a rule. Okay? As we practice exercises, as we read texts, as we listen to videos, TV shows, and audios in general, radio, for example, we are absorbing the irregular verbs because there is no other way. So memorize the verbs, okay? So we need to memorize these irregular verbs because they don't follow a pattern as the regular verbs. So some of the other verbs have more than one use. So those are the verb forms that we have. The base form, there are no conjugations for this base form, okay? We are going to see on the next board the use of these verb forms. So those are the 5 verb forms. The base form is not followed by a to, so there is no conjugation on the verb form base form. No conjugation on the base form, just naked verb, okay? You use this verb in those kinds of structure that we are going to see on the next board, okay? The S form, or as we know, the third person of the singular form. What are the third person of the singular? We have three persons of the third person. They are he, she, it. So for those three three persons of the singular, I'm going to add an S. In this case, specific, the regular verbs and the irregular verbs follow the same pattern, okay? But there are some exceptions, of course. For example, when we have the verb to be, the verb be. Be is irregular. So for he, she, it, we have is, for example. Okay? This is an irregular verb. Another case, for example, is the verb have. Have, in this case, becomes has. Okay? So there are no rules for irregular verbs again. Okay? Some irregular verbs I'm going to add the s at the end of the verb, but others change the writing. Okay? So no specific conjugation for that as an s conjugation. Okay? Past form. The past form, we have the ed at the end of a verb. Okay, so I add a ed at the end of this verb. Okay, but for the irregular ones, again, no rule, no pattern, memorize it. Okay, ing form, at the end of a verb, we add ing. In this case, the ing form, or the present participle form, it's going to have the same pattern for the regular verbs and the irregular verbs. They follow the same pattern as inside a verb tense structure. So the main verb is going to be added an ing form. Okay, very good. Continuing, we have what is called the third column of a verb, that is the past participle or the passive participle. That for the regular verbs, it follows the same structure, that is the ed form. So for the regular verbs, the simple past and the past participle follow the same rule, the same pattern, that is an ed at the end of the verb. But for the irregular ones, again, no pattern found. We need to memorize through practice and exercise, reading and listening to audios and these kind of exercises. Listening comprehension, reading a book or an article, everything that it becomes a part of a reading exercise, and writing, practice exercises, written exercises, okay? Not just listen and read. These three kinds of exercises need to be practiced, okay? But continuing on this one, I told you that a specific, okay, a specific verb form is inside of a verb tense. So for each verb tense, I'm gonna have a specific verb form.
Having this opportunity to.
So guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm recording this in the morning. So if you heard at some point in this video a baby shout, it's because I have a little brother at home and today is his first anniversary. So Arthur, happy birthday. I wish everything that is good in life for you. I'm your big brother and I'm gonna do everything that I can do so you have the best life possible. Okay, so happy birthday, Arthur, my baby brother. And guys, that's it for the first episode. I hope you enjoyed how I did, and I hope you liked the method that I've changed because of my technical problem, my equipment problem. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the presentation. If you want to have access to the presentation, I'm gonna try to make it available on the description of the video. And if you have comments, please do it below, or questions, okay? I'm delighted to answer any questions that you have. And that's it for the first episode. I hope to see you, I want to see you on the next episode, the verb phrases, okay? So guys, that's all for today, folks. See you on the next episode.